Hi, I'm Hana. I'm a sophomore at Harvard College studying history of science and government, and today we're going to talk about two very important features of campus life: Board Plus and cafes. At Harvard College, all students have access to the dining halls where they can get their regular meals. But if they're feeling up for an alternative option, they can check out one of the many cafes that Harvard University offers at one of their graduate school locations or at the regular college campus as well. At these locations, you can get anything from small meals like sandwiches to larger meals or just a small drink like a coffee. The best part about these cafes is that they're super close to locations where your classes are held. So for example, you just finished lecture and then you can run over to the cafe that's right next door. I do my science classes in Science Center Hall, and then right behind there's Buckminster's Cafe, which I can check out for a small drink before I run out to my other class. The best part about these cafes is that you can use Board Plus, which brings us to my second point. Board Plus is $65 that is allocated to each Harvard College student per semester that they can use at any one of the cafes, whether that's at the graduate school or at the Harvard College campus. It helps make things more affordable and ensures that students can have a variety of food options whenever they'd like. So this past week, I got to use my Board Plus to try out different cafes around Harvard's campus and see what wide variety of food options each of them had. The first cafe I went to was the SEC Cafe. The SEC Cafe is located at the Science and Engineering Complex, which is located on the other side of the river and is the hub of all STEM courses at Harvard. The SEC Cafe boasts a lot of vegetarian and vegan options for Harvard students. I think the SEC is a great place to get away from your dorm and just go spend a whole day there. You can study, you can get a quick coffee, a quick meal, and it's all in one place. So if you find yourself coming out of your 2-hour physics lecture, I definitely recommend stopping by at the SEC Cafe and grabbing a coffee or a veggie bowl. The next place I went to was the Harvard Kennedy School's Cafe. The Harvard Kennedy School Cafe's location is super convenient, especially for upperclassmen living in the river houses like Lowell House, Winthrop House, or Elliott House. For me personally, it only took about 5 minutes to leave my dorm and go to the cafe to grab a quick meal. So this was my first time going to the Harvard Kennedy School Cafe, and I think the best part about it is that right across from the cafe is a giant atrium filled with trees and lots of natural lighting, which made it the perfect spot to do my PSET. Even though the school itself is designated for graduate school students, you can be an undergraduate or any member of the Harvard community to eat at the Harvard Kennedy School Cafe. So next I went to Heartbox Cafe, which is located at Harvard Law School. The Heartbox Cafe serves a variety of tea and coffee options, as well as baked goods like croissants and scones. While I was there, I got to try a scone and an iced vanilla latte. I actually have been to the Heartbox Cafe a ton, especially during my freshman year, because it's located right behind the Science Center, which is where I would go to get tutoring for my math classes. And then right after, I would run to the cafe and get a quick drink. I think one of the great things about the Heartbox Cafe is that it's also located right behind the Harvard Law School library, which is accessible to all college undergraduates as well as other members of the Harvard community. So I used to always grab a coffee and then go study there, which was great. Another cafe I went to was Cafe Gato Rojo, which is located in Harvard Yard, the heart of Harvard's campus. What's special about Cafe Gato Rojo is that their menu features fair trade coffees and teas served by student baristas. Cafe Gato Rojo is located at the garden level of Lehman Hall, which is one of the buildings for the Graduate School of Arts and Sciences. My first impression of the location was that it was super cozy, and having student baristas there made the space a very comfortable location to grab some coffee, order a cheesecake, and do some homework. I think that Cafe Gato Rojo is the perfect location for freshmen looking for a space to grab a quick drink and hang out with their friends. After that, I went to the Harvard Law School Grill, which is located right across from Heartbox Cafe, near the Harvard Law School library and in the Student Center. There, I got to order a halal burger. The halal burger was one of the best halal burgers that I've had on campus, and I've had my fair share at all of the dining halls. Harvard tries really hard to make sure that they have a lot of inclusive dining options, whether that's in the dining halls, at each of the houses, or in any of these cafes. I used to work at the law school library, and after all my shifts, I would go to the Harvard Law School Grill to grab some fries or to grab sushi. They have drinks, they have desserts, they had everything from chips to full meals, and I think I've tried almost everything there. After trying these 5 cafes, my favorite was Cafe Gato Rojo. Not only is Cafe Gato Rojo located super close to where all my classes are and where my dorm is, it's a place where I can really picture my friends and I hanging out, getting coffee, getting cheesecake, and just enjoying the vibes of the place. Doing this cafe crawl definitely opened up my eyes to the number of options Harvard has to study or grab a quick bite. After this experience, I'll definitely be hanging out in these places more often. If you're ever on Harvard's campus, I definitely recommend doing a cafe crawl of your own and trying out all the options that Harvard has to offer. Thank you so much for watching!